Sometimes I get to thinking, this whole world is gone crazy. What would life be like if I was never born? What would it be like if I wasn't here? What would life be like if I didn't exist? I'm close to the edge, living with emotional dread. I can't escape or get a break from all the ghosts in my head. I'm posted on blocks, I'm watching the pulse of the feds. Pandemic left the people way too broke to be fed. If the most folks is hopeless, how we supposed to be led? And they ain't trusting God if they don't know what he said. And I won't broker with the devil if my soul what he begs. So instead try coping, I've been smoking instead. But I'm still anxious, real safe, but still dangerous. Cops hating people they don't know, kill strangers. Pops gave me a reason to grow, we still made it. Paranoid cause my ops are still jaded. In the names of my partners, Bill Pages. Wanna fly away, I'm not trying to feel famous. I can still change it, a lot of real pain in the man that it made me. But the worst part, my fam thinks I'm crazy. Damn, sometimes you gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta release. Sometimes you gotta go insane. Sometimes you gotta release the beast. Sometimes you gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta release. Sometimes you gotta go insane. Sometimes you gotta release the beast. Look, I've been in a deep rut, trying to keep up, but paranoia got me seeing stuff. I've been on my dean, you can peep the way I cleaned up. Fiends on the lean, get the bean for the green bucks. That's a piece of paper. The crime rate been through the roof and I ain't keeping the data. But I seen homies turn to the evilest haters. I've been terrified and paralyzed by fear. Barely dropped my tears, panicking I may not get to carry out my years. My family kinda scared if I'm losing it. Bloomed into an outball of cops, so I'm prepared for them to shoot me shit. And all the voices in my head say I'm stupid if I don't produce the music that'll move me into ruthlessness. But either way, I feel insane, I'm deranged. I'm a slave to my pain, and I'm praying for a change. But the moment I'm approaching for my jump from a cliff, I wake up and find that nothing exists. Sometimes you gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta release. Sometimes you gotta go insane. Sometimes you gotta release the beast. Sometimes you gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta release. Sometimes you gotta go insane. Sometimes you gotta release the beast. Sometimes you gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta release. Sometimes you gotta go insane. Sometimes you gotta release the beast. Sometimes you gotta let go. Sometimes you gotta release. Sometimes you gotta go insane. Sometimes you gotta release the beast.